I'm Mike the Cop, and this is Dave. At the time of this recording, we have no idea what clip is going to be chosen. You sound like a mouse. We have no idea what clip is going to be chosen for the YouTube audience.
Bird. I choose your mom.
Sound like a pterodactyl that just got his wing clipped or something like that. But whatever clip is coming, we hope you enjoy the small taste of what you could get if you wanted the full course.
With the video,
on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh, but if you don't want to pay a minimum of $1 a month on Patreon, you just get it for free on iTunes or SoundCloud. Leave a good review, leave a comment, share it.
Carrot. I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. Later.
Move. You hear that? What? You hear that? Move. You hear that? What? You hear that? Move. You hear that? What? You hear that? Oh yeah, it's your boy.
Like Inglourious Bastards in this basement, where you gave yourself away by using the number 3 the wrong way on your fingers.
It wasn't quite like that.
Oh.
I mean, but it was really close. Mike. like it was really, really close to that. You know how close I came.
What is your name?
What is your name?
I'll never say. You cannot break me.
Well, British troops, yes, because I was stationed in Darmstadt, Germany, which is just south of Frankfurt, about 20 minutes. And yes, I actually trained with a lot of their troops. Because we were actually...
Cheeky fellows.
You have no idea. Oh, my gosh. These guys were the greatest drinkers I have ever met in my life.
Well, they're born with it in their hands, you know?
You're not kidding.
I'm just assuming that.
This
is how I've always envisioned. It's always how I've envisioned Europeans.
Yes. And this is kind of like a throwback to when, do you remember when we were talking about drinking pee?
I do.
Yeah. These guys would have no problem drinking pee. Zero. And no, they're doing it. These guys, they were insane. They were the craziest group of guys.
What was that video so people can go back and watch that if they're here? That was about 2 Truths and a Lie.
Oh, my
right?
gosh. I love that. That was actually a great game.
Yeah, we should do that on a podcast again.
Yeah, sure, for sure. It was fantastic. It was really funny.
So if you're listening or watching and whatever, go back and find it on it's on my YouTube channel. So
it's good. So yeah, those guys. Yeah, I did train with them. We trained with some of their special ops guys. They're great guys, and they're crazy, and they love to have fun, and they don't care at what cost. So.
Kyle had asked about the question we already covered, whether it was worth going into it to gain experience.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Okay, so I'll read it because I can't make quite sense of it yet. What was the dumbest, quote-unquote, mistake or rookie move you saw in the academy that even though you were in that setting, you knew was dumb because of your time in boot camp?
Actually, that's kind of a confusing.
I think
want to re-ask it.
I think what she's asking is because you went through basic, you had already been in, right? So we talked about military, paramilitary, right? Mm-hmm. Because you already had that sort of experience, did you see in your academy class anybody that was like, basically, you're looking at that going, yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem for them.
Actually, the biggest problem, and I think that you'll agree with this regarding the academy, was attitude. Mm-hmm. That was the biggest thing. In the military, they would not have that at all, and well, not that they do in the academy either. Mm-hmm. But those guys don't last long in the academy, anyway. But in the military, they get retrained to not have that kind of attitude until they're out of doing their own thing, and even then, So I think that's the biggest thing. It was attitude. You would see it, you'd be like, okay, that's really going to work out well for you. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So that would be that would be the biggest thing for me, for sure.
Luke asks, I have heard 1 or 2 soldiers say that police work is actually more dangerous than being deployed because while deployed, you at least have a good idea of who your enemy is, whereas in police work, you never know who you're going to be in a fight with next. Does Dave have any opinions on this matter?
Well, I think it all depends, right? I have a lot of friends that stayed in and did some pretty hardcore, tours. Mm-hmm. And so I really can't speak for that because my deployments were to Bosnia And so we did a whole different kind of job where it wasn't our job to engage an enemy, you know. So I can't really speak. Honestly, I can't speak.
You were basically the Yelp of the Army. You went in and you reviewed things.
Yeah. Well, that's what
I'll
our
give
job.
it 4 stars, $2 signs for the prize.
It actually, I guess in a way, yeah. Our job was at the time we did different things, but so if you don't know much about Bosnia, it was one of those things where
I don't know Bosnia like the back of my hand.
yeah, who doesn't, right?
Exactly. I mean, if you turn your hand around, it kind of looks like
You're
Bosnia,
seriously,
really.
what the hell is that? No. So our job was to.
I usually play video games on Bosnian servers. It's fine there.
If that was the case, well, you know what? Let me tell you this. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Because back then, internet was dial-up, and so
Everybody, you brought your. I would assume when you went into the Army, you brought all of your AOL dial-up discs.
didn't have to. Even better. So when we got to Bosnia, I don't know whatever time it was. I think I did 3 deployments there. So when we went, probably the second or third time, where they were really setting a lot of things up, it was actually I was like, you know what? I'll buy my wife a bread maker. You know, I don't know why she wanted a freaking bread maker. I know
She wanted it, or that's the idea?
No,
you came-
I think that's what she wanted it.
That
you
was
know?
like the Christmas I bought my wife like hair curlers or a vacuum or something. Like
She's
I
like,
don't know.
You know, this is the worst thing you've ever done for me.
Hey,
Yeah, thanks.
thanks.
She goes, thanks, jerk. No,
It's the thought that counts, and you didn't even
you
do that.
didn't even do that. Thanks for nothing. Well, she, as far as I recall now you got me questioning. Great, but she wanted a bread maker, so I went and went to the internet tent or whatever it was at the time, and there's a ton of people there, and there's a movie playing, and there's like bleachers, like benches, like, and I'm like, what the heck's going on here? And there was a few computers there. Turns out everyone was sharing the same dial-up network, like through the whole camp. So what you would do, and it would tell you, it told you.
That would be extremely slow, dude.
Let me tell you how slow it was. So that's why the movie was playing.
How slow was it, Dave?
Wait, watch this. So that's why the video, like a movie would be playing, and it told you never go back, like never hit back, and it said double click 1 time. So you had to pay attention to that because to buy a bread maker in Bosnia was like a 2-hour ordeal. So you would click it, and you would just kind of like sitting there for
Watch
a
a
second,
movie.
and you're like, huh. And you get up and you would go watch some of the movie, and then like kind of like keep your eye open. And it seriously took almost 2 hours for that. So, but she got a bread maker, dude.
Did she like it?
We're still using it. No, it's kidding. It's gone. I don't know.
It's
where that-
gone?
I don't know where it's at.
You would need to save that. Did you actually? Were you in Bosnia and just ordered it in
And
the
had it
States?
sent to her. No, I had it sent to her.
Or
She
was it a
in Germany.
Bosnian?
No,
Was it a Bosnian bread maker?
no, I don't even know where. I
And
don't
in
know.
Bosnia, if you order a bread maker, does a person come? Like it actually sends this
It's
old
some, like,
Bosnian lady?
sweet old lady, wearing her,
I'm here to make your bread. How does Bosnian accent sound? I don't even know. I'm here to
apparently
make
it
your
sounds
bread.
World War II German. I don't know.
In German, I have to talk gay. I can't do a German accent without the gay overtones. But Bosnian, I just have to sound like
The same?
Danish with a little bit of wider mouth spacing. I don't.
Like it turns out all your accents are gay.
What does that even mean?
Mike, that's just ridiculous. Did we answer that question?
I think, I think so. Let's.
So to answer that,
Sure.
yes.
Quite possibly. Carl just makes a statement, real no question. I went through basic training in 2006. I was a Fort Knox, and we did not have stress cards. We talked about that before.
In
like the
06? Oh, okay.
Stress cards.
My dad went to Fort Knox.
Really?
Yeah, he got drafted, so he was supposed to go to Vietnam, and he ended up going to Korea instead. So,